Amazon is consistently changing rules for sellers. It's already hard enough for sellers to find profitable suppliers and profitable products to make work on Amazon with the increasing demand and saturation of the market. When it comes to just placement fees, we're able to optimize it based on the amount of units going out. So if there's a shipment that has quite a bit more units and the placement fee would be much higher, it would make sense for it to go to different locations, of course, depending on the weight and configuration, pallets, boxes, stuff like that. But we do advise a lot of clients that have larger shipments to go to one location, usually on the east side, because for one, we're closer to it, and second, their shipments get checked in much faster over here. On average, it's 3 weeks less time than it would if it was to get split. Our customers are selling higher value products than they used to because the margin for things that were less expensive are getting a lot harder for them with placement fees and shipping costs. So a lot of our clients are selling things that it used to be like a $15 average order value. Now they're going up to $25 to $30 order value as their minimum. So we are seeing that quite a bit. And we also seeing quite a bit of our wholesale and resale clients experimenting with private label because it has been successful for several other clients.
Hello and welcome to Seller Assistant Talks. I'm Oleg Kuzmenkov, the founder of Seller Assistant, our tool designed for searching and analyzing products for online arbitrage and wholesale on Amazon. We help thousands of sellers to run and grow their business on Amazon. In this podcast, we dive deep into the world of selling on Amazon. We share insights, tips, strategies to help you succeed. We bring in industry experts, successful sellers, and partners to share their knowledge and experiences. This episode focuses on the fulfillment challenges Amazon sellers face and how to overcome them. Our guest, Krushna Patel, Director of Awesome Solutions, shared expert insights and solutions to streamline operations and enhance seller profitability. Thank you so much, Krushna, for joining us today and sharing your insights. It's been a pleasure to discuss this topic with you. So, how are you?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. So before we start, could you please let us know what are you doing, how you help Amazon sellers, and what is your business about? How you can help Amazon sellers in their hard but interesting journey?
Absolutely. So we are Awesome Solutions. We're a 3PL prep center for Amazon sellers. So we provide private label brands, D2C companies, drop shippers, and Amazon sellers, whether resellers or wholesalers, with fulfillment services.
And what challenges they face nowadays?
So I'd say the biggest thing is Amazon is consistently changing rules for sellers. It's already hard enough for sellers to find profitable suppliers and profitable products to make work on Amazon with the increasing demand and saturation of the market. So we provide fulfillment services so they get that much of an edge. So we're seller fulfilled prime for FBM, and we also provide FBA same day fulfillment. So pallets, containers, shipments get sent to us. We're able to FNSKU them, optimize shipments, and send it out for clients. So things get to the FC centers faster and therefore ship and sell faster.
Who is your ideal customer you love to work with?
Yeah, great question. So our ideal customer is private label brands that sell on Amazon and wholesalers and resellers on Amazon. So we work with a lot of the distribution companies and wholesalers around our area of Central Jersey. So sellers open accounts with them directly. They ship to us. We're able to FNSKU, organize everything in shipments, and then send it out. So we have partner trucking companies that could get it to Amazon same day. So then customers' products could start selling faster.
Same day, right?
Same day, yep.
That's great. How do you manage to work so fast?
So it all comes down to forecasting for us and our team. Our team has 7 years of experience selling on Amazon prior to becoming a fulfillment center. So we understand everything from inventory claims, A to Z claims, FBA inventory performance, everything related to barcoding and shipment creation. So our team has really mastered that. So therefore, we're able to, intake shipments, process them right away, do any Amazon standard and unstandard prep on them, right? Following all compliance with Amazon for prep required, and then ship products out.
By the way, where your prep centers are located?
We're in New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Could you please tell a little bit more about split shipments optimization and how it works? I believe you must know everything about that and how to save on this new feature on Amazon.
Yeah, absolutely. So in that case, it becomes very specific to the client because we've had certain shipments from the many shipments we have sent out, we have experience with which FCs are faster than others. So even beyond the idea of placement fees, we're able to advise clients on which FCs will check their products in faster, right? Because a lot of times that does make the world of difference from their products being out of stock and them not being able to acquire those sales. So we're able to advise clients quite a bit on not only the placement fees and the splits that it should be going out in, but also in which FCs check in faster in that entire process. When it comes to just placement fees, we're able to optimize it based on the amount of units going out. So if there's a shipment that has quite a bit more units and the placement fee would be much higher, it would make sense for it to go to different locations, of course, depending on the weight and configuration, pallets, boxes, stuff like that. But we do advise a lot of clients that have larger shipments to go to one location, usually on the east side, because for one, we're closer to it. And second, their shipments get checked in much faster over here. It's on average, it's 3 weeks less time than it would if it was to get split.
In this case, it's better to pay for non-optimized shipment, right? But get your products faster at the FBA and turn over the product and get profit, right?
Absolutely. So it all depends on the seller and their idea and how they're doing it. So like private label brands, for example, they really don't want to be out of stock because customers are relying, especially consumables or things that need to be replenished. Customers are relying on it. They need that product. If they don't get it from that brand, they might get it from another brand, depending on how long they're out of stock. So we would like, but when clients send us that, we ask them and confirm with them. But most of the time, these private label companies, they want to have these shipments get checked in a lot faster. So we're able to do a single split location to the East Coast and do that same day fulfillment for them. So container comes in and gets shipped out same day in the East. And the fulfillment center will check it in much faster because it's the ones that are around here, as opposed to somewhere further that could take 2, 3, 4 weeks.
It's very interesting insight, by the way, because I know that a lot of sellers trying to optimize somehow and choose few shipments to save some money, but not a lot of people think about product turnover and how fast product get into FBA. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, because there's a lot of moving pieces, right? To being a seller, we did it for some time, so we completely understand it. It's not only about inventory and cash turnaround, even though that's a very big piece of it. It also spins on the fact that how long the cash will be held up, and if the FCs do delay it, can the product get spoiled, right? Because there's things that if they sit in a truck for 2, 3 weeks, they could get damaged, right? Like they could melt, or they could be, depending on the product, problems that occur. So, taking all that into consideration, it usually saves the client money if they do a faster way of shipping it. So pick a fulfillment center that ships faster and then get it to the FC as quick as possible. It usually ends up saving them money.
Do you use specific software to run your warehouse? And if so, what is it and how it works?
Absolutely. So for our Amazon clients, we use a software called 2D Workflow. That software allows us access to, it's basically an extension of their Seller Central that we're able to access on an outside portal. It's the safest way to access it, so you don't need, user permissions and stuff like that. And we're able to create shipments using that software. It also gets checked in faster because 2D barcodes usually get checked in faster by Amazon than standard barcodes.
Everything is synchronized with Seller Central, and your customers don't worry about creating shipments, etc. You do that for them, right?
Correct. So clients don't have to worry about any of that. They get this stuff comes in here. They tell us what's coming in, what's happening. We're able to go straight into the 2D, create the shipment, handle the entire thing, and then it shows up on their Seller Central.
How they register inbound shipments to your warehouse?
So when they talk to their distributor or wherever they get their product from, they would mention, once they sign on with us, they would mention our warehouse address, which then becomes their receiving place. When it comes in, it gets received properly by our team, and then it gets ready for shipment.
So do your customers need to label somehow products they send to your warehouse, or you just get it without any specific preparations?
No, so as long as their company name is associated with the account that we onboarded, then we know exactly where that inventory goes.
So what about sellers who resell products, specifically online arbitrage sellers? Why I'm asking because a lot of my customers are doing online arbitrage and they buy products from online retailers. Usually they not buy pallets and big boxes. They buy a small amount of products and send them to warehouse, like yours, for example. Can you help them doing preparation for them?
Of course. So we work with a lot of online arbitrage sellers. So the way they do it is they would purchase things in any quantity that they do. When it comes in, again, it has their customer information on it. So then that box will get specifically received to that client. And we're able to do that at scale with these customers that order quite a bit of things online.
Dropshippers as well. I mean, you can become a middleman between retail store and the customers. Like if I dropship product and buy product from retail store, I send products to you. You just remove all inserts, marks of original store, and send the product under my name, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, and you do that in the same day.
Same day. Yep.
Great. Actually, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's why we started doing fulfillment, because we have several clients that need that service, because there's a lot of fulfillment centers and 3PLs that do take some time to do it. For some clients, that's okay, but for clients that do want faster inventory turnaround and continuous shipments, that helps them a lot with inventory turnover.
Can you share your pricing policy and how it works? What the factors influence on the price, etc.?
Yeah, absolutely. So the pricing is custom for each client. It depends on their volume. It depends on their product type. So we have a simple algorithm that we use on our side. But pricing is really, it's broken down in standard fulfillment. So that's just a single product that needs a FN SKU. And that's included if it needs a poly bag. That's all standard prep. Then there's additionals for multi. So if it's like a 2-pack, 4, 6, 12 type of configuration, then that has a multi-pack fee. And then there's a bubble wrap charge. So if there's something that requires bubble wrap, that has an additional charge. And it all depends on the volume, because it's all based on volume tiers.
Let's imagine I'm just started and I sell about 1,000 products orders per month, right? Is it affordable for me to use your services?
Yeah, so the benefit of using our services is you pay one flat fee, no hidden costs, no surprises. Once you pay that flat fee for your ability to scale, so let's say you want to do 1,000 units, right? To give you an idea, let's say it's $1 a unit. You're able to pay $1,000 for that fulfillment. And next month, if you decided to do 5,000, right, you could discuss tier pricing to get it reduced, and you're able to fulfill based on that scale. So if that next month you didn't do any volume, you're not paying for any warehousing cost if you had your own, any labor, any material, and you're not blocking yourself from scaling by doing it yourself, because you should be focused on finding, new products, the next product, to be able to scale that instead of doing the fulfillment and labeling and sending it to Amazon.
What about season peaks? Are you able to be so fast? Be one day prep center in a high season like Q4, for example, when a lot of products sold in a short time frame.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a great team here that's highly skilled in doing so. So we're able to keep up during peak, even when our D2C volumes are during Q4 extremely high, and we have no problem keeping up with that.
Great. So you're doing a great job.
I appreciate that. That's our goal, is to provide clients that service that that's unbeatable. It makes no sense for them to fulfill themselves when they go ahead and calculate how much value that a 3PL is able to provide when they do their fulfillment with them.
Share some, information how to find you and links.
Absolutely. So our website is awesomesolutionsnj.com. They could also find us on prepcenter.com. We're the highest rated prep center in New Jersey on that website. So they're able to just go there. If they type in Awesome Solutions, they can see us, all of our reviews, learn more about us. It's a pretty simple process. If any customers do want to sign, there's an onboarding form on our website. Once they fill that out, our sales team will contact them about creating an account and working together. It's a pretty simple process. We like to keep it very, very simple and easy for customers that already have a lot of things on their mind to be able to take that fulfillment worry out.
All the links in the description. What trends do you notice about selling on Amazon, or what's happening in the niche right now?
So a lot of our customers are selling higher value products than they used to because the margin for things that were less expensive are getting a lot harder for them with placement fees and shipping costs. So a lot of our clients are selling things that it used to be like a $15 average order value. Now they're going up to $25 to $30 order value as their minimum. So we are seeing that quite a bit. And we also seeing quite a bit of our wholesale and resale clients experimenting with private label because that has been successful for several other clients.
What about bundling and making sets? Are they went away?
No, absolutely not. So we have a lot of clients that do bundling, kitting, sold as set stickers, and they're putting packages together for us to send to Amazon. And I think Amazon's fulfillment has been getting a lot worse in terms of being able to communicate with them, more so towards their prep themselves. So the FBA system is as good as it always was, but Amazon is making mistakes when it comes to FN skewing and polybagging, and not only mistakes, but it takes quite a bit of time. And if there is a mistake, there's nobody to contact most of the times. So in that case, it does benefit as having a fulfillment center, being able to do quality insurance on the product, make sure it's all good, make sure it's all bundled and ready, and then send to Amazon. So they have the least exposure to the product, and their job is really just to ship it out using Prime shipping.
And how do you manage problems with inbound shipping? Like you get the shipment from customer supplier, right? And found that the part of the shipping is broken or damaged or like lost. How you manage that?
A great question. So our team excels very much in that area because we really care for the products like it's our own. When our warehouse team sees that a product is damaged, they're quick to notify the customer right away. That allows the customer to speak directly to the supplier, distributor, vendor, and ask them about it, right? Because time is of the essence in that situation. If their product sits for a week and then it gets received, the supplier is not going to want to give you that refund or, remedy the situation. However, if the customer replies to them right away, says, hey, our team just mentioned this is broken, expired, etc., they're able to, remedy that pretty quickly.
Do you work with oversized products or maybe meltable hazmat products?
Absolutely. So we work with hazmat products. We work with things that need bundles, books, large SKU count products, removal orders. We're able to help with all of that.
Removal orders as well, right? Great.
Yep.
And for example, if I place a removal order with delivery to your warehouse, you can sort products and find which still sellable and which is not, right?
Absolutely. So we do large removal orders for several clients. Products come in, they get processed based on new, used, new products get listed. This is all dependent on the client's exact specifications, but that's just a general rundown. New products get uploaded, and then client, once they list those and add it to inventory, we're able to ship that out, either FBM or FBA, and then used products get, they get taken care of accordingly. Some of our clients, they want to liquidate, some dispose, some send back to them, stuff like that.
So it's like all-in-one 3PL solution, right? So it was very interesting. And thank you everyone who joined us today. I hope you find this video valuable. Hit the like button right now. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos. Leave your comment below, we will definitely respond. Don't forget to check out sellerassistant.app website for tools and resources to boost your Amazon business. Stay tuned, have a good day.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.